Hi everyone, welcome to another interview with another beautiful soul and earth angel, Kelly from Three Healing. Welcome, Kelly. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on. I'm a little nervous, but I know that your lovely, beautiful, kind energy is going to make me feel in no time. So, yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I know that you are a beautiful soul and a beautiful earth angel because my you've got my mum's seal of approval.
Oh, wow.
She
That's an
doesn't
honour.
she doesn't give that to many people.
Oh,
So
bless
so
her.
yeah, take that as a compliment.
I do. I do.
Well, I can't even remember how me and you sort of like found each other, but I do believe that angels of a feather flock together.
Hmm. I agree. I
So
agree.
I am absolutely delighted to be hosting you at my enchanted cottage in Kessingland, Suffolk in August. I can't wait to have you here in person and have your amazing energy in my house.
God
I,
bless you.
I really do mean that.
Hmm.
So this video really is, well, we're gonna get you to share a little bit about three healing and your journey, and then there may be some like activations or card reading.
Hmm.
We're gonna go with the flow, and we are going to follow our hearts.
Beautiful. Which is, where we all are at the moment. There are so many beautiful modalities that people are channeling, at this time. And I was thinking about this earlier. They're all connected to heart. We're going from a paradigm of head and thinking and, to following our feelings and our heart. And I think, isn't it just the most amazing time to be here, to watch this all unfold? It's just gorgeous.
It certainly is. It certainly is. So I would love it if you could share a bit about your personal journey and how you were led to channel the amazing Three Healing.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll keep it short and sweet. I do not want to over, talk, but
Yeah.
my journey with Three Healing started a few years ago now. If I go way, way back to where I feel like the remembrance started to occur, it was when I attended a Pelawa workshop. And I know that you teach Pelawa.
Yeah.
I attended a Pelawa workshop, and during the session, when you are holding space for other people, you move around each other. I won't give too much away. And I observed the other people, swaying beautifully, and my hands were going at a million miles an hour. When I say they had a mind of their own, I am not exaggerating. And they just completely got taken over, and I'm doing it now.
Mhm.
And I spoke to the lady who held the space for us for Pelawa. And I said, I don't know what that was, but it felt like some kind of light language. And she nodded and smiled, didn't say much else. And that's how things started to unfold for me. Prior to that, I'd learned different modalities. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. So I was already aware of energies. I'd already connected to my guides. I work with angels and dragons and all the beautiful, light beings that are currently within our spaces to help the expansion. But that's where little twinkling started, really. I then went on to channel light codes after doing Pelawa, and received downloads of light codes and activations.
And can I just ask
Um,
what do you mean by light codes?
so, light codes are the best way I like to describe it, because again, I don't think we need to get too detailed with this. I could
No.
use all the big words,
Yeah.
but ultimately, a code holds within it pockets of information
Mhm.
that help us on many, many different levels:
Okay.
mind, soul, body. And the codes, again, they come in lots of different ways, and I will share with you the three
Okay.
healing
Sorry.
codes, the main one. It's okay, it's fine, Georgie, we'll get there. Um, but basically, they all aid in our expansion in whatever way, shape, or form, uniquely and collectively, we need right now.
Yeah.
And I was guided to draw what I now call a portal, which was a light code image for the space that I work in. I
Ah,
don't know if you've ever seen it before, Georgie, but it was, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I channeled this beautiful portal. And 2 days after I'd completed that and put it up in my space, I received the biggest download of information I have ever received.
oh
And
wow.
it was three healing. And unlike, I know lots of people channel energy when they are in a meditative state and information. I've received things prior to this, but it was actually on my way to work. I was walking to work. I was not in that meditative state,
Yeah.
but I was
Minding
in that,
your own business, as Rosa
yeah,
calls
just
it.
plodding along, minding my own business. Had no idea that this was going to happen. And I received the biggest download of information, which to me, it was like videos playing out in my mind's eye. And I saw myself giving an energy session to somebody, an energy session that I hadn't learned yet. Again, I bet you can't guess where this is headed. And this session held within it comprises crystals, light codes, and light language. And I saw within a few minutes all the information that I needed, all the codes. It was amazing. It was astonishing. And I rushed to work. And within that channeling, I also saw myself teaching this, whatever this was. And I'll be honest with you, I was more scared about the teaching than the actual energy that I'd received the
Yeah.
download of. I know that you've downloaded or channeled modalities, and I know that, I'm sure I'm not the only one in saying that. My faith in this energy was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
But when you channel a modality, or I can only speak from my own experience, it breaks you apart. Like, your ego, your everything gets questioned.
Mm,
Am
absolutely.
I good enough to share this? Am
Yeah.
I am I am I able to do this energy justice? That was my biggest reservation.
I totally resonate with what you're saying there because I was the same when I've channeled songs even.
Yeah,
How can Mother Mary be coming and giving me this song? Who am
like
I?
why me?
Yeah, why
Why me?
me? Yeah, exactly.
And
I totally get it.
actually, I can't help but feel like, and connecting with you and other lovely souls who have channeled, but even people who haven't yet channeled information knowingly. I'm going to say knowingly because we're all capable of this. Um, I just can't help but feel like having the courage to share something that when you channel, it is a part of you. It's a remembrance of who you are at soul level, which is love. Ultimately, it's love.
Yeah.
And in sharing the information that we receive, we guide and give light to people who feel like us, that we're not,
Mm,
good enough, not worthy enough. It
yeah.
isn't about worthiness. It's about we're stepping into a time of unity and everybody finally coming together in their own way. And I just think it's the most beautiful gift we can give anybody is to trust that we all have all the answers that we need within us.
Absolutely, absolutely. The jewel is within the lotus flower. We are the lotus flower, and we go through all the mud to
Yeah, yeah,
transform ourselves
yeah.
into that beautiful blossom. So I totally, totally get what you're saying there, Kelly. I mean, it really
Mm.
does make sense. So when was the unique moment when you realized that you was channeling something new, when you got this download?
It was a combination. So obviously it was something different. I'd never received information in that way before, so I knew it was special. I got into my room. I only had a few minutes before my first client came, and I quickly jotted down everything that came through so that I could like really sit with it and feel this energy afterwards.
Mm.
And then pretty much immediately I started sharing it with like-minded people who were drawn to trying. It wasn't called Through Healing at the time because that came later,
Mhm.
but and in embodying the energy, in because I've been working with Through Healing now for the last 18 months. It was about 18 months ago that I received the download.
Yeah.
And in embodying and seeing the shifts and experiences of those drawn to sitting in the energy, that, I think I'm still kicking myself now. I'm going to be really honest with you. I held the first workshop in February, and it was a life changer for me. It was just to be able to see all of the amazing things that I saw and was part of, able to experience, was the most humbling but beautiful thing that I've ever experienced in my life.
So would you say that actually the birthing of three healing is the thing that's transformed your life the most?
Yeah, I think that it's transformed my life in ways that, because I wasn't expecting it to happen, none of us do. We don't go, oh, today I'm going to channel something. Actually, we don't. It's just it's bizarre. Even the concept of it, even now, the concept of exactly what has come through, exactly what's been embodied, and I continue to embody, because energy isn't linear. This is a quantum healing, and so it continues to change with the frequency of us and the earth and everything. But yeah, I think it gave me an extra purpose. Not that I didn't have one before. I'm very happily married with 5 beautiful babies, which are my highest priority. And I was relatively happy with my one-on-one work with my lovely clients. I didn't need for this, but in terms of self-acceptance, in terms of connection to myself, to higher realms, to understanding us and unifying as a whole, it's just given me so much to be excited and joyous about.
You do have such a beautiful, joyous, exciting energy. I mean, I've had
Mm.
2 readings from you now. I had some 3 healing sessions. Well, we swapped, didn't we? I gave you a
We
Heaven
did.
Harmony, which
Yes.
is lovely when us people that are channeling these modalities can swap with other people, so that we all
Yeah.
get to like realize that we are all part of this puzzle, and
Yeah.
every little cog within the wheel which creates this amazing life that we're in, it's
Yeah.
everyone's got a unique part to
We've all
play.
got a part to play. It's no coincidence when we meet people, every connection that we build, there's a reason for that. It may feel like a negative or a positive reason, but we learn from each other. And I think that having like-minded souls to share, the ups, downs, sideways of anything that we do, it just makes it all the more amazing, really. And, we understand each other at a level that not many people will.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get back to 3 healing. What is 3 healing in
Okay.
your own words? If like somebody said to you, like, can you sum it up for me?
Okay. So 3 healing is a multi-dimensional quantum healing. Okay. And it embodies the use of crystals,
Mm-hmm.
light codes, and light language. To put it, in a small little box, which, is quite limiting, really. It's limiting the energy, but that is what I would say.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's how I would summarize 3 healing.
Well, I mean, I'm surrounded by crystals. I love
You and me
crystals.
both.
I love light language. So, I mean, I can't wait for you to come, as I
I
said.
can't wait to share it with you.
Uh,
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to come down, because you will be the first place that, my workshops are currently in Mid Wales, because
right.
that's where I'm based.
Yeah.
And for the first year, my intention was to share local and then spread my wings. And you've actually given me the opportunity to venture a little further than out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. I think we need to do this for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I cannot wait to share it with you, and also learn Umana from you. So yeah, I cannot wait.
Oh, well, could you describe what happens in a 3 healing session for the listener?
Yeah. Well, the energy is unique. And so what each person who has, or, has a 3 healing session will receive different things depending on where they are. One of my lovely clients used the quote that 3 healing felt like a deep cleanse at soul level, and it stuck. I mean, because I couldn't have put it better myself. Um, as humans, we carry with us so much that isn't actually all ours, from traumas and stresses, from things that our ancestors lived through, from past lives, from conditioning. You know, we carry such a weight that some of us are not even aware that we are carrying.
Mhm.
And with three healing, it really helps us to, in layers, release what no longer serves us so that we can ultimately step into our highest light, connect to our highest self, and be what we are here to be without. I'm as I'm talking to you, I'm seeing like a smog. So I guess the best way I can describe it is we're removing the smog so that we can all unify and raise is the best way. And people will feel that physically with tingles, movements. A lot of people feel more grounded after having three healing sessions and more clear in the direction that they want that they need to kind of put themselves in terms of heading forwards. Um, but it's such a personal thing. I wish I could list off to you. You will feel da 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 da, but it's so unique, and you've experienced it yourself.
I
So
have, and I have to say, even as someone that's channeled a modality, I thought, well, it does this, 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 and this. And then someone said to me, that was like psychic surgery. So I feel that our healing modalities often meet people where they are. So if they're ready
exactly
to
that.
experience a type of psychic surgery, I call it angelic surgery, by the way,
Yeah, yeah,
then that's what they'll get. So
yeah. A
who
lot.
oh, sorry.
Sorry. A lot of people have commented during sessions because I channeled this energy with the help of my guides, my angels, you know, my ancestors, all that I am so very fortunate to work with,
Yeah,
and light beings. And people often say after sessions, whether they're in person or distantly, that they feel held. They feel held by, you know, love, really held in, yeah,
absolutely, because that's honestly, I'm terrible for when I have sessions with people, especially
yeah.
if they're remote or in
Mm-hmm,
person. I fall
mm-hmm.
asleep. I'm so bad at just falling asleep.
Yeah,
And I just the main thing I remember about three healing was I felt loved.
yeah,
I felt so loved. And
yeah,
often, it was what I needed. I needed to feel loved, and that's
yeah.
what three healing gave me.
And every time I hold a session, I feel that. I
Oh,
feel so divinely loved and held within the space of, you know, holding that space for somebody else. It's just the most beautiful. I mean, all energies are beautiful and they all help. And even as I'm talking to you, I can feel myself tearing up because
I know.
you don't realize just how supported you are, you know, beyond the veil. You have,
Yeah,
most people have no idea how surrounded we are and how loved we are,
I
you
know.
know.
I'm actually feeling teary as well as I started to, and I'm now being joined by, oh, Mother Mary's joined us. Mother
Yeah.
Mary's in the room, so
Mm-hmm.
that'll be interesting in a second. So let's, um, who is three healing for? Is it only for healers and spiritual practitioners, or is it open to anyone with an open
Everyone.
heart?
Everyone. Three healing is for everybody, whether
Yeah.
you have had a experience with other energy modalities or not. Three healing is for whoever feels the call and whoever is drawn. When I first put out the workshop at the end of last year, I was guided not to share a lot about three healing, but actually just to share the three healing code, which I'll show you briefly now, but it's actually, I'll show it a little bit more later.
Okay.
And this is the code that encompasses three healing. Okay. And when I asked the lovely ladies who joined me for the first workshop,
Yeah.
what drew you to coming? Some didn't know, they just felt it in their core, which is what we want. You know, we want the feeling and knowing that for whatever purpose this is going to serve me. And some had full body resonance to the code. They saw the code and they felt it in their bodies. And that was their calling card. And you know, I feel like again we're moving into a space of feeling, not thinking, or not thinking, but you know, we're moving into our heart
We
spaces.
are.
We
I
have to trust our
have
intuition.
when I saw that you was doing it in February and I saw the code, the three healing symbol, I was like,
Yeah.
I really want to do that. But it was clashing with when I was going to Australia to learn Yamana. So but
Yes.
I knew that in divine timing it would all work out. And it is
And
all
it is.
working. It is all
Yeah, it
working
is.
out. I'm like
Yeah. It's just, I think that so regularly we feel these calls and these knowings, and we don't trust ourselves. And I think that putting it into the most basic terms now and moving forwards is our time to really step into what feels in resonance with our soul.
absolutely.
And I trust that from this conversation, if there's anybody who sees this that feels a resonance, whether they understand why or not, that they will trust themselves and join me. And I would love to hold space for them. So,
So
yeah.
so when people experience the workshops,
Yes.
um, what sort of transformations have those people had?
Well, I mentioned earlier that having a front row seat to being able to witness
Yeah.
the activations, the transmutations, the shifts was just an honor.
Mm.
Um, Again, it was very different for every person. Some people had worked with energies before, some people were completely new to any type of energy work. And yeah, there was lots of release, lots of laughter, just that feeling. I could just tell by the second day, because it's a 2 day workshop, by the second day, I could see a difference in people. There was something glistening in their eyes. There was just an energy where some of them may have felt a little resistance to it on the first day because it's not what they knew, what they've
Yeah.
experienced. But that embodiment and that experience was just, yeah, just, I want to do chef's kiss. It was just beautiful. Some had activations of their own light language during the 2 days.
And
Some felt connections to dragon energy that they hadn't felt before. It was just each and every one of them, and I'm seeing them in my mind's eye, had their own aha moment, they left different. They left
yeah,
different. Yeah, it's the
yeah.
best way I can describe it.
Okay, well, I'm sort of like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing when you come up to Suffolk, some younger people joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Perfect.
I'm talking like older teenagers
Yeah.
and in their 20s.
I think that, or I feel, I don't think I feel like Three Healing has come in at this time to really help assist, not just the ones of us who have been working continuously on our own growth and journeys, but those who are just starting out.
Yeah.
Because if we remove the blocks that all of us have had to work really hard through shadow work, through really digging deep and getting to know ourselves, if we're able to release them from the very beginning of our journey, to be able to open up to our own knowing and expansion, how much more easier will it be to navigate and to share our own gifts moving forward? So if that is the case, Georgie, that's really exciting to me.
Yeah.
But it's for everybody. My feeling is that we are all a work in progress. I am not fully healed. We will always have to work through things, but any tool that allows us, and I'm calling Three Healing a tool, which is quite rude really, but anything that can aid us in our own unique journeys that ultimately bring us a more life's purpose and a more rounded life, or more love, is just perfect to me.
Absolutely. So where can people learn more?
Okay, so people can learn more. I have a Facebook page called Three Healing. I also have another Facebook page called Healings and Readings with Kelly. So you can connect with me through them. Or I have a website, which I'll give you the details. Hopefully, you'll be able to pop it on
I
with the. So, and that's all the information about the workshops, where they're being held, if anybody wants to book themselves in for a place.
yeah.
But even if you just would like to connect to my energy, to ask any questions or anything, I'm really my message box is open.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I will make sure that those details are below in the comments.
Thank you.
So, is there anything you would like to share? Um,
Yes. Well, I had a funny experience this morning. When we originally talked about doing this, I was going to share a card reading, see what came up for the collective, and I was really happy to do that.
Mhm.
And then I woke up this morning and had one of those guided moments. And I was guided to actually share a little short meditation with you and anybody who wishes to partake. I feel like this is going to activate. So before I begin it, I would say that if you follow along with this meditation, this activation, please drink plenty of water over the next couple of days just to clear any toxins that will be removed from the energy moving around your body. As I'm talking to you now, I can feel the energy rising around me and I can feel like I'm being surrounded. So I know that this will be energetically potent for some people. So just trust your body. In order to do the activation, I will speak, and I may look down during it because I want to make sure that I'm saying everything I need to. But before I do, part of this meditation, you are going to connect to the 3 healing code, the main one that I showed you before. So I will hold it up, okay? Before we begin, though,
so
let's take
we need to keep our eyes open for this
meditation. Initially, okay. I will talk you through it, and hopefully it will all go as we need. So to start with, this is your moment to reconnect, to activate, and to remember. Before we begin, softly open your eyes and gaze upon the 3 healing code before you. Let your eyes trace its sacred lines, its flowing shapes. Take a couple of deep breaths as you focus on the code. This is not just an image, this is a living light code, a portal, a key. Let it speak directly to your field and let your soul recognize it. When you are ready, gently close your eyes. Please take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Begin to draw your energy inward into the space of your breath and your body. Inhale, draw crystalline light up from the Earth's core to the diamond heart of Gaia. Let it rise through you, through your roots, up your spine, and into your heart. Exhale and receive divine light from the cosmos, from source above. Let it pour down through your crown and into your heart center. You are now a bridge between earth and sky, grounded, connected, and held in light. As the crystalline and universal light meet your heart, a radiant orb of light forms within you. And from this orb, the sacred geometry of the 3 healing code begins to emerge. Please see this code as it glows, spins, and pulses with ancient memory and quantum truth. Feel this code activating now inside your heart, your body, and your energy field. See this light as it clears old programs, igniting a soul remembrance and aligning you with your highest timeline. As the light expands, you become aware that you are not alone. Feel all of the energy surrounding you now, a huge circle of support beyond the veil. Your ancestors, those who walked before you and now walk beside you. Your ascended masters, radiating pure grace. Your angels and archangels, with their wings outstretched, singing your truth into being. They see the dragons of light, your guardians and activators of your soul's fire. Please see the light beings holding frequencies of remembrance. And your higher self, the eternal you, beaming unconditional love into your body. Please know that they stand with you. They have always stood with you. You are seen, you are guided, and you are loved. Now, let the 3 healing code fully awaken inside you. Connect to your soul, activate your light, and remember who you truly are. And now please repeat softly, either to yourself or out loud. I connect, I activate, I remember. The 3 healing code is alive within me, and I walk in the light of who I truly am. Breathe this in, let it settle and anchor. Now gently bring your awareness back to your body. Feel your feet rooted to the crystalline earth. Feel your crown open to the universal energies. And feel your heart radiant with remembrance. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes. You are aligned, you are activated, you are remembered.
That was absolutely divine. I could feel it. I'm a feeler and a hearer.
Yes, so am I. Mm-hmm.
I
Yes, so
could
am I, Georgie.
feel it. Oh my goodness, that was so, so beautiful. I don't want to say anything else because I want to keep that all pure and beautiful. So I
Yes.
just want to thank you for joining me today. Thank everyone that's been listening. Please do like and share this video because I would love more people to have that beautiful experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Georgie. It's been a pleasure. I mean, I knew it would be. I don't know why I was nervous. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for allowing me to share a little piece of my soul remembrance today. And I trust that those who are meant to join me on this beautiful journey will do. Cannot wait to see you in the person in August.
Oh no, I'm so excited. The angel in me honors the angel in everyone listening. Lots of love. Bye, everyone.
Bye.